Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about what does the brain do. Like brain is our organ. It is the most important organ. Okay, boys. The brain is the part of the body which is let animals make sense of the things. It let input from sense organ and changes the behavior in response to this information. In humans, the brain also control our use of languages, behavior, and brain is the main control center of the whole body. Brain is a complete organ that controls through memory, emotions, touch, vision, and every process that regularly regulates our body. Like was, brain is inside our skull. Now just imagine how do you remember your way home from school? Why do you breathe without thinking about it? How do you know when you are hungry? Where do dreams come? Here you can see the brain is a soft gray organ inside our skull. It does all our learning and thinking and also control all your muscles and senses. And our brain is connected to all part of the body by uh, nerves. And nerves send messages to and from the brain. Every quickly and all the time, the brain and nerves work together. That's called nervous system. And look at here, different parts of the brain have different jobs. Okay, for this you have to watch this video.
Smile and learn. Today we're going to parts of the brain and how they work. The human brain is the most important organ of the nervous system. It is located in the head and is protected inside the skull. Have you ever asked yourself why we breathe without realizing it, or why we remember our way to school without having to think about it? Our brain is in charge of coordinating all the vital functions of our body, making sense of what is happening around us. The brain receives signals from the outside world and sends messages to the different parts of the body so that they respond adequately. The human brain is divided into three parts: the cerebellum, the encephalic trunk, and the brain cortex. The cerebellum controls balance, movement, and coordination. Thanks to the cerebellum, we can walk, maintain balance, or do sports. The encephalic trunk connects the brain to the spinal cord, which goes from our neck all the way down to the lowest part of our back. The encephalic trunk is also in charge of the vital functions like breathing, for example, or digesting and pumping blood to all parts of our body. The brain cortex is the outermost layer of our brain. It consists of neurons, a type of interconnected cell that transmits information generated by nervous impulses. The brain directs our body. It receives signals from the outside world and sends messages so that different parts of our body, legs, arms, etc., respond adequately. For example, if we touched a hot dish, our brain would send a signal to our hand to quickly move it away. Goodness, that was close. We could get burned. The brain is divided into two major parts: the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, which are interconnected by fibers known as hard body. The left hemisphere is in charge of important tasks like calculating, reasoning, and speech. The right hemisphere is in charge of tasks related to intuition and creativity. That's right, it's the hemisphere associated with music and art. Did you know that the right hemisphere controls the left part of our body and the left hemisphere controls the right part of our body? What a crisscross! Both hemispheres consist of 4 lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. Each one carries out different brain functions. The frontal lobe is in charge of planning our actions and controlling emotions. The parietal lobe is in charge of giving meaning to the information received by the senses. The temporal lobe is in charge of functions related to memory and face recognition. And the occipital lobe is in charge of processing visual information. You can tell that our brain is a very important organ, and for this reason, we should look after it and exercise it. Here's 5 basic tips. Protect your head by wearing a helmet when you ride a bicycle or a motorbike. Eat healthy foods that energize your brain. Do physical exercise. Sleep at least 8 hours a day to recharge your brain activity. Read, play, solve riddles or math challenges to keep your brain active. Our brain is amazing, isn't it?
Okay, boys, now look at on the screen. I'm sharing with you your learner's book. So, boys, in this lesson, we learn dreams are the thoughts, image, and sound formed by our brain. Well, we are sleep dreams can be about anything, do not make any sense. When we remember them, we have a several dreams every night, but we do not remember most of them. So in this lesson, we learn the brain is protected by the skull. The brains control everything our body, movement, sense, speech, breath, and heartbeats. Brain injuries are serious because the brain control everything and cannot repair itself. Okay, boys, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day and grateful day.